Welcome to Revelation Unraveled. I'm your host, William Tapley, also known as the third eagle of the apocalypse and the co-prophet of the end times. On this program, I want to talk about a very unusual incident which occurred earlier this week. And that's when Pastor Paul Begley had an encounter with a demon on one of his videos. This is extremely unusual. Now, you read about such things, you read about poltergeists, moving objects, and of course poltergeists are actually demons. Or you may see it in the Hollywood movie, of course, in that case those are staged. But this is the only time I have ever actually seen a demon move an object. And what the demon did was he threw the crucifix, which Paul Begley had on his shelf, he threw it at the pastor. And of course he was very shook up, and a lot of people are watching this video because it is extremely unusual and it is somewhat frightening to see the power of the devil. And it's also very interesting because it shows that the demon hates a crucifix. A crucifix has tremendous power against the devil. And I want to show you where in the Old Testament a crucifix is prefigured. In this instance, I believe Pastor Paul Begley actually invited the demon into his home, inadvertently, of course, and that's why it was so frightening to him. Now let's look and see in the Old Testament where a crucifix is prefigured in Numbers chapter 21, verse 7. Therefore the people came to Moses and said, "We have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord and against you. Pray to the Lord that he will take away the serpents from us." And Moses prayed for the people. Verse number 8. And the Lord said to Moses, "Make a fiery serpent and set it on a pole. And it shall come to pass that every one that is bitten, when he looks on it, shall live." And verse number 9. And Moses made a serpent of brass. Now remember, even though this is a graven image, it is not an idol. You need to learn the difference. And put it on a pole, and it came to pass that if a serpent had bitten any man, when he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived. Now, of course, the serpent represents Satan. Being bitten represents being overtaken by sin. And of course, when you looked upon the pole, which is a prefigure of the crucifix, with the snakes wrapped around it, then you were saved from your sin. And really, the same thing happens today. We look upon a crucifix to remind us of Jesus' crucifixion, as Paul Begley himself described in a later video when he talked about this attack by a demon. Now, if you go to Pastor Begley's video and read some of the comments, you will discover that an awful lot of people don't understand the difference between an idol and a sacramental such as a crucifix, which is an image of Christ crucified. Remember, Paul said that he preaches Christ crucified. And the power of the crucifix is hated by the demon. Nor is this found simply in the Old Testament. Jesus himself refers to this in John chapter 3, verse number 14. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up. Now let's take a look at this clip from Paul Begley's video where Satan actually throws this crucifix at the pastor.
Where's my squeeze ball right now? I double dog dare the devil to mess with the word of God. I'm with the squeeze. You can't do that. That's a little teaching tool we use to teach our children that you have authority over the devil. I double dog dare the devil to do what? To deal with the word of God. And that's what these guys are doing. They're dealing with the word of God.
Okay, now watch the crucifix. Pastor Paul is visibly shaken by this experience. Let's take another look at this amazing action of the demon with a camera close-up. Now, in my opinion, Pastor Begley actually invited this demon into his home by taunting him. You do not overcome the demon with a squeeze ball. And you do not show an image of the demon, as Pastor Begley did. I believe that is what gave the demon the authority to knock over his crucifix.
Are you serious? Can I have some more coffee?
Now here's where Pastor Paul makes a serious
Where's my
mistake.
squeeze ball right now? I double dog dare the devil to mess with the word of God. With the squeeze. You can't do that.
Now in these end times, the crucifix, because it is a powerful weapon against the devil, is being attacked all over the world. Please don't listen to people like Madonna or Lady Gaga or the movie The Exorcist, who make the crucifix out to be some kind of phallic symbol, for example. If the crucifix were a phallic symbol, I guarantee you they would put a crossbeam on the Washington Monument. Satan also likes to pervert the power of a crucifix. For example, a swastika is a twisted or bent cross. The so-called peace symbol, or crow's foot, is also a twisted cross. Just this past year, the European Union decided to ban crucifixes from all classrooms. Just as in America, we have taken God out of the classroom, in Europe, they are taking crucifixes out of the classroom. This itself should tell you that the devil hates the power of the crucifix. So in conclusion, please don't taunt the devil. Don't try to double dare dog the demon. That is not possible. It is very dangerous. Instead, put a crucifix in your home. I have many crucifixes in my own home, and I have one on each of my exterior doors. They will protect your house from demons. And in conclusion, as always, I offer a free copy of my book, Revelation Unraveled. If you would like a free copy, simply write to the address you see on your screen or send me a message to my YouTube account.